So everyone, look at this one. So ye ajiz एन वक्त सॉरी ये आजिज एन वक्त पर मामूर हुआ। इससे पहले सदहा औलिया ने अपने इल्हाम से गवाही दी थी कि 14वीं सदी का मुजद्दिद मसीह मऊद होगा, और अहादीस सहिया नबविया पुकार पुकार के कहती हैं कि 13वीं सदी के बाद ज़हूर मसीह है। He said that the righteous people have testified that Messiah will be the reviver, the mujaddid of the 14th century. And then he said that authentic ahadith, which means there are multiple. He said authentic ahadith are are telling us that Messiah has to come after 13th century. And then in the next one, I just want to show you the exact 14th century as well. This one. अहादीस सहिया में आया है कि वो मसीह मऊद सदी के सर पर आएगा और 14वीं सदी का मुजद्दिद होगा. It says that ahadith, authentic ahadith have mentioned that the Messiah will come at the beginning of the century and he will be the reviver of the 14th century. And likewise, he said that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ने खुद महदी एक महदी के ज़हूर का ज़माना वो करार दिया जिसमें हम हैं, और 14वीं सदी का इसको मुजद्दिद करार दिया. He said the prophet himself has appointed or has mentioned that Messiah will be the reviver or the mujaddid of 14th century in no hadith. Likewise, as you can take screenshots, all of these are the screenshot. And by look at this one. It says ilawa nusus se sariha Quran Sharif or ahadith ke. It says that other than Quranic clear verses and authentic ahadith, तमाम अकाबिर अहले कुशूफ का इस बात पे इत्तफाक है कि 14वीं सदी वो आखिरी जमाना है जिसमें मसीह मौद जाहिर होगा. In this quote, he claimed three things. He said it is in the Quran, number one. Number two, he said it is in ahadith. And number three, he said all the righteous people, they agree that Messiah will come in the 14th century. All of that is a lie. So Johnny bhai, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but that's the reality. This I am just giving you the analysis of one of his argument, because the question is, if Isa alayhi salam has passed away and now somebody has to be Isa from this ummah, from this nation, then the vacancy is open for the whole ummah. So when we asked Mirza Ghulam Qadiani Sahib that why it is you, then he gave us the evidence. And this is one of the major evidence he gave. He said, oh, because Messiah has to come in the 14th century. And in order to back up his claim, he said it is in the Quran, in Ahadith, and in the it is agreed upon in all the righteous people. All of these three things are blatant lie. Now, having said that, yes, they are. We can find few people who mentioned their own estimation. Listen very carefully. We can find some people, but he's saying that all the righteous people whom Allah conveyed to, whom Allah converse with, they all agreed it will be 14th century. Not at all. It is same thing, Johnny Bhai, as for example, right now, as we all know, I don't want to mention any names. I don't want to promote somebody's ideologies. They are people, they are scholars, they are considered as quote unquote scholars, and they are claiming that Mahdi is going to appear very soon. Right now, in this century, they are making this claim that Mahdi will appear very soon. So do they have any evidence? No. That's their own personal estimation. Nobody has to accept that. But Mirza Ghulam Qadiani was claiming many different things. Look at this one. अहले सुन्नत में मुत्तफक्कुन अलई अमर है कि आखिरी मुजद्दिद इस उम्मत का मसीह मऊद है जो आखिरी जमाना में जाहिर होगा. He said that it is agreed upon in Ahlu Sunnati wal Jama. And what is it? That the promised Messiah will come in the end time. And in the previous quote, he already specified that what he meant by end time. He meant by end time 14th century. So my dear brother Johnny, Oh, this is the first evidence or the main major evidence Mirza Ghulam Qadiani Sahib gave for his position of being a Messiah, that Messiah has to come in the 14th century. And he said, I have the proof from Quran, from the Sunnah, from the righteous people, from the Ahlul Sunnah's agreement. All of that was unfortunately a blatant lie. There is no Quranic ayah. There is not a single authentic hadith. There is no consensus of the righteous people, and there is no consensus of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. It was all lying. So, long story, I think you were dropped. So, long story short, Johnny Bhai, last point. Long story short, if it is established, that Isa alayhi salam has passed away, it has not proven that Mirza Ghulam Qadiani is truthful in his claim. Why? Because then it is possibility open for the whole ummah. Then we are going to look at the proofs and evidence he was presenting for his claim, and this is one of the evidence which has no basis.